Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting of the Common Council, April the 7th, to order. Second, excuse me. Thank you, Gene. At this time, I turn to my left and have Mr. Prindle start with the roll call.
Thank you, Pro Tem. Joe Prindle, Council at Large.
Kathy Coates, Council at Large.
Mary Huser Stewart, District 1.
Tricia Lemminger, Deputy City Attorney.
Ingle Harris III, District 4.
Mary Carpenter, Clerk Treasurer.
Gene Humphrey, District 5.
Roy Edwards, District 3.
Bill Carpenter, District 2.
And also at this time, we have some young gentlemen. First of all, Brian Morton from Troop 108 that's going to come forward and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Scouts, attention. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next of all, we'll have the reading of the minutes of March 5th. Mary?
Mayor Joe Wright called the meeting to order at 7 p.m. City Council members William Carpenter, Roy Edwards, Gene Humphrey, Ingle Harris, Mary Stewart, Joe Prindle, and Kathy Coates were present at the meeting. Also attending were Mayor Wright, Deputy Clerk Treasurer Heather Brown, and Deputy City Attorney Tricia Lemminger. Clerk Treasurer Mary Carpenter was absent. All joined in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. Minutes from the February 5th, 2007 City Council meeting were read. Joe Prindle made a motion to accept the minutes as read. Ingle Harris seconded the motion, which was approved. Minutes from the February 19th, 2007 special City Council meeting were read. Gene Humphrey made a motion to accept the minutes as read. Bill Carpenter seconded the motion, which was approved. The Beech Grove Fire Department CAAS Accreditation Award was presented by James Pierce, Carrick Fitzgerald, and Brian Butler. Frank Mascari signed in to speak about the Redevelopment Commission. Dave Miller gave a report of the Greenscape Commission. Police Chief Rich Whitmer gave a report of the Public Safety Commission. Tim Showalter gave a report for the Cable Department, and Mike DiNapoli gave a report for the Redevelopment Commission. After that, Joe Prindle made a motion that the council hear Frank Mascari. Bill Carpenter seconded the motion, approved by voice vote. Mr. Mascari asked about the property the city is considering purchasing on Churchman Avenue. Ingle Harris made a motion to dedicate this council meeting to the memory of Mary Bates, a former councilwoman. Gene Humphrey seconded the motion, approved by voice vote. Joe Prindle thanked the fire and police departments for a job well done. Bill Carpenter asked the mayor what the property on Churchman Avenue by the fire department would be used for. Mayor Wright responded the areas to be cleaned up and made ready for use. Kathy Coates stated she appreciated the Public Safety Commission and the police and fire chiefs for having an emergency plan ready for the city of Beech Grove. Mary Stewart asked the mayor if there was any future plans to be able to pay sewer and trash bills online. The next regular council meeting will be April 2nd, 2007. Ingle Harris made a motion to adjourn. Gene Humphrey seconded the motion, which was approved by voice vote. The meeting was adjourned at 7:39 p.m.
Council, you've heard the minutes from March 5th. Are there any corrections or additions to that? If not, all in favor of approving those minutes, say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign.
Did you call for motion?
Okay, now we'll have you read the March 19th special meeting.
Special Beech Grove City Council minutes for March 19th, 2007. Mayor Wright called the meeting to order at 7 p.m. Council members William Carpenter, Ingle Harris, Gene Humphrey, Joe Prindle, Roy Edwards, and Kathy Coates were present at the meeting. Also attending were Clerk Treasurer Mary Carpenter and Deputy City Attorney Tricia Lemminger. Council member Mary Stewart was absent. All joined in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. The purpose of the meeting was to hear a rezoning petition for property located at 5426 Elmwood Avenue and to make a recommendation to the Metropolitan Development Commission. Deputy City Attorney Tricia Lemminger read the rules of the hearing. Mayor Wright gave an oath to those who would be participating in the hearing. Bill Gorton of Advanced Services presented his request to change the zoning of 5426 Elmwood Avenue from D3 to 1-2S. Linda Albrand from the Metropolitan Development Commission recommended that the council approve the request. The MDV will hear the case on April 4th. Bill Carpenter made a motion to approve the zoning change request. Joe Prendle seconded the motion, approved by voice vote. Ingle Harris made a motion to adjourn, which was seconded by Gene Humphrey. The motion was approved by voice vote. Meeting was adjourned at 7:10 p.m.
You've heard the minutes from the special meeting on March 19th. Can I have a motion to
I have a
accept them?
correction first. I believe that 1-2S is supposed to be I-2S, isn't it?
Okay. That's what I have, but I read it one.
Oh, okay.
And now that that correction's been made, do we have a motion to accept the minutes for March 19th special meeting?
I move we accept the minutes for March 19th.
We have a second?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Okay, next on, we don't have any special presentations tonight. I'll refer to the Deputy City Attorney for any petitions or comments from citizens.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members of council, one person has signed in for tonight's meeting, but it is not on an item appearing on your agenda. As we have done in accordance with past practice, I have circulated the sign-in sheet and defer to council as to how they would like to address that matter.
At this time, council, how would you defer? What is your opinion? Would you like to hear from Frank Mascari?
Yes,
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I have a motion to
have a
allow him
motion
to
to-
make comments.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Mr. Mascari, would you like to come up? First of all, I want to make sure that you understand this is for comments.
Oh, I just had a couple questions. I don't know if you can answer or not. Mayor Wright's not here. About the indoor skate park, I understand it's going in the, one of the buildings over at the garage area for the, Trish, do you know anything about this?
The matter has not been finalized.
Okay. Well, I understand all of his equipment's there and all the trucks are outside. Are we renting this to this gentleman, or are we just letting him use it for indoor skateboard park? Or does anybody know? We don't know. Nobody knows. Would it be the redevelopment commission?
That'd be a redevelopment issue at this point.
Okay.
If
Was
not.
anyone
Trying to
here?
answer some of that with you. We went to the redevelopment commission, and right now they're storing those inside, and it's still in the planning stages because a couple of us went to the redevelopment commission and heard the same thing. Nothing's finalized right now.
Okay. Thanks
I know
for
it's in the
letting me
planning
speak. That's 2 times in a row. Thank
Right.
you.
Okay, now we'll move to the reports from committees, boards, or commissions. I don't see anybody here for the redevelopment commission. So we'll move to the Public Safety Committee. Kelly, I understand the chief is on spring break, so you get to be the lucky one tonight.
Yeah, that's like twice now in 2 years he's taken a vacation.
But
Got me a little concerned. On the 20th of this month, the Safety Committee held its meeting. In attendance was Dennis Buckley, Dan McMillan, Rich Whitmer, Joe Prindle, Kelly Malloy, myself, Gene Humphrey, Bob White, and John Bishop. The monthly reports of police and fire activity were reviewed. Dan McMillan noted that 2 establishments are up for liquor license renewal in April. Compliance updates were also discussed. One property was highlighted and was followed up by the police department and was found to be in compliance. Although no new traffic concerns came before the committee, some pending items were discussed. The establishment of a school zone on Main Street for Central Elementary School. Councilman Joe Prindle will be asking the Board of Works to make this a designated school zone. Also, Emerson Avenue concerns, specifically the 4,000 block, and the Churchman Avenue sidewalk project will be updated for the committee in April. Chief Whitmer has a meeting scheduled with the city engineer on both of these topics. Chief Buckley and Chief Whitmer discussed the city emergency response plan. Tabletop exercises were discussed along with the first section of the existing plan. Both chiefs will continue to work on this plan outside of the regular committee meetings in furtherance of this project. Our next regular scheduled meeting is for April 17th at 8 a.m. Any questions?
Any questions of Deputy Chief?
I have a question, Kelly. On the item where you said Joe Prindle was there and you were talking about a school zone that's going to be implemented, exactly where is that?
On Main Street, I may not have said that right.
If you did, I missed it.
That's okay. On Main Street where Central Elementary by the library, the speed limit's actually 25 through there, but we're going to make it or he's going to request that it be made a school zone.
Okay.
So,
Thank you very much.
Any other questions for the chief? Thank you.
thank you.
Next, Tim Showalter, the Cable Authority.
Good evening. Last month, we had 17 new messages that were displayed on the cable channel. We had 4 hours of new municipal meetings that aired. We had 1 hour and a half of school programs and 1 hour of independently produced programs. Also, something that was really neat, in December, the Beech Grove TV shot a basketball game, Beech Grove versus Lutheran, and a young man for Beech Grove, he made a full-court basketball shot, and I thought it was pretty unique, so I sent it into America's Funniest Home Video, and they called me and said it was going to air, and it actually was on ABC last night, so that was good publicity for the school and the team, and also the young man, Curtis Clem, who made it. So that was really cool, I thought. And I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Any questions? Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Moving right along, we don't have any unfinished business. The new business this evening, I'll defer to the Deputy City Attorney for Resolution Number 5207.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members of council, you have in your packet for this evening proposed resolution number 5, 2007, which addresses your appointment to the library board. As you may recall, your prior appointment was Eleanor Horner, whose term expires on March 31st, 2007, and the library director has made a recommendation to you, and we've included a copy of the resume of Mr. Fenema, who the library director is recommending to assume this position. The resolution does provide for the appointment of Mr. Fenema, but obviously if the council wishes to make another appointee, we can amend the resolution accordingly. But I'll go ahead and read resolution number 5, 2007 for your consideration. Whereas the council has the authority to appoint one member to the Library Board of Trustees of the Beech Grove Public Library. Whereas the council's current appointee is Eleanor Horner, whose term expires on March 31, 2007. Whereas the council has received a recommendation from the Library Board that William Butch Fenema of 329 Churchman Avenue, Beech Grove, Indiana, be appointed by the council to serve a 4-year term ending on March 31, 2011. And whereas the council has had an opportunity to review the recommendation of the library director of the Beech Grove Public Library and the qualifications of Mr. Fenema and desires to make its appointment to the Library Board of Trustees, now therefore be it resolved that the council hereby appoints William Butch Fenema to serve as the council's appointee to the library board with a term to expire on March 31, 2011, and until his successor is appointed and qualified, adopted by the Common Council of Beech Grove, Indiana, the 2nd day of April 2007. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
I just want to make sure that he would definitely accept, based on the resume and the letter, it sounds like he's...
Unfortunately, I don't know. I haven't had any direct communications with him. I was just forwarded the information with her recommendation and the resume, but I assume that they have
She's
talked with
having
him
the
about it.
communication.
I assume.
You've heard the resolution. What is the pleasure of the council?
I move we adopt Resolution Number 5, 2007.
You have a second?
I'll second that motion.
You have a second. Do we have any questions? If not, assume you're ready to vote. All in favor, say aye of accepting this William Butch Fenneman to the library board. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Welcome to the library board.
Pro Tem, can we make a comment?
Yes.
I know Butch Fenneman personally. He's the person that was a real mainstay in the Centennial planning. I think the library is very fortunate to have Butch on the library board. But he's a class act, and it's a pleasure to have him here.
Great. Okay, we're moving right along. Now we'll accept any comments from any council members. Was that your comment, Mr. Prindle, or would you?
That was one of them, sir. I would just like to, for comments, I did get a comment from one of my constituents, but it was awful nice to watch. I don't get to watch that much TV, but I was glancing through the news there, and I seen our hometown hero, Katie Gerald's, and she is nothing but a class act. I'd just like to thank her for representing herself in Beech Grove in such a great way, because when she interviews it, she does our city proud. I'd just like to thank her.
Her latest accomplishment, as most of you know, she won the three-point contest, not
Right.
only for the women, but the men of the college. So that's a great thing. Kathy?
No, I have nothing.
I also had something on Katie Gerald's. She not only had an outstanding basketball career at Purdue, but she also represented her family, her community in an exemplary manner off the court as well. We are proud to say that she is a product of our own Beech Grove school system and blessed to come from a family who constantly loved, encouraged, and supported her. I sincerely hope that more of our young people will strive to emulate Katie as she prepares for her goals after graduation. We are proud of you, Katie, and wish you continued success. Thank you.
Not to go any farther, but it must be Katie Gerald's night. I also have something to say about Katie. I think the city of Beech Grove will be very proud on this week on April the 4th at 1 p.m. There's a live draft of the WNBA, and we are assured that we'll find out at that time what team she'll be playing with next year to represent Beech Grove and her and her family. It's just a great opportunity for her and her family. And also, just to let her know, and the people that have called me, the city is looking into some more special recognition in the future when her schedule allows. Gene?
Nothing.
Okay, the next city council meeting will be in the same room, May the 7th. At this time, I'll accept a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.